boat is afloat. We got 426 coming at you on Sunday evening. We got the Lakers and the Rockets about to start. Had a weekend full of playoff games. You know what it is. You know what time it is. Without further ado, it's Michael Smith, aka Smitty, out of Austin, Texas. Fellas, tap in.
Hey yo, it's Marcus J tapping in from Dallas, feeling good, staying afloat with these games.
Yo, man, it's Darius D. Ferg, man, from the Midwest. I'm with you. I've actually gotten a chance to watch all the games.
Gosh.
Well, they were on, I should say, with two titles. I don't know how much I actually watched, but they were on. But yeah, bet. So let's go ahead and kick it off, man. What we got? Call me crazy. I'm gonna kick it off with us. With my call me crazy. I think KD may be the problem.
Ha, agreed.
I think
Agreed.
K- I think KD may be the problem, brother. I feel like it kind of reminds me, like, in our earlier pods, man, I was the relationship analyzer here. It kind of reminds me here of every time like somebody, quitter like gets broken over, they leave a relationship and they always say, man, they were toxic, they were this. It's like, but you've been in each and every one of these relationships. So they all can't be bad. They all can't be bad. Like some of them is justified, but I don't know, man. I think looking at the Rockets are severely underperforming right now. And they to go from what number two in the West last year to now they're like on the verge of getting swept by the Lakers. Like tonight could be their last night. And at the beginning of the season, we were thinking with adding KD, like they could mess around and be a championship team. Uh, And now you got his teammates ain't really rocking with him. He got burner accounts. For someone who just wants to hoop, I'm like, you need to shut these burner accounts down, okay? Because it's messing up your ability to hoop at this point.
I don't know. I don't know how much y'all listen to country. I'm not a huge fan of this guy as a person. Makes some decent music. But Morgan Wallen has a song called "I'm the Problem." But he says, if I may be the problem, but you might be the reason. And I feel like that's KD. The team might be the problem, but he might be the reason. It's always he's always like you said, he's always tied to some mess, whether he wants to be in some mess or not. And it's like he had the issues with the Warriors, he had the issues with OKC and Russ, he had the issues in Brooklyn, he had the issues with the Suns.
Yeah.
It's like at some point, like I love you as a player, like top 15 of all time. You're creeping up the score all-time scoring list. The talent is unquestionable. The resume is
Oh yeah,
unquestionable. But
absolutely.
like when it comes to peace and harmony, I personally like KD as a player more than I like Steph as a player. But when you look at like everything that's around Steph and how he's kind of like the calming force, very similar to Tim Duncan. With KD, there's always some mess. So he might be the reason at the end of the day is what I'm saying.
So and I distinctly remember this. Like I can't remember how long ago. Maybe it was like a year or two ago, when Charles like Katie, you can't essentially he pretty much said you can't win a ring with Katie as the driving force.
He's a
Right.
bus
Like
driver.
He
he
a
pretty
bus
like
rider.
he's a bus rider. He's not the bus driver. And Katie took offense to that. And
Mm,
I'm looking. I'm just like, but Katie, you have the LeBron level talent to be the
yeah.
guy that can drive it. So I feel like at this point, I know people like, well, it's KD, like Russ, but he's KD. For everybody else to say that he's KD, why is it that a Russell Westbrook, like, yeah, you KD, but so what, nigga? Like, I'm Russ.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why is it like,
Uh,
you know what I'm saying? That's just an example, right? But it's like, why is it even though you KD, you got other players feel like, no, but I'm him too. You know what I'm
look,
saying? And so I can move this too. I've done this too. And I feel like you've done it to where like you went to Golden State, you made them virtually unbeatable, but they were already winning before you got there. So Draymond wasn't wrong in his analysis.
mhm.
They were winning before you got here.
Look,
You needed them more than they needed you, if we're being honest.
talent beats intangibles until talent doesn't beat intangibles.
Yeah,
Katie's talent used to be so far up that he didn't get questioned as much about the intangibles of leadership. But it's at
yeah,
that point where he's not so talented that you could just ignore the intangibles, especially when he's not playing. And I feel like
Yeah,
the difference with this Rockets team is that because he's not playing, he rolled his ankle or something like that. He was out before he came back. He rolled his ankle and he's sitting down, which I'm gonna question that too. But the issue is that your players, you can't look in the huddle and try to cheer your players on and say, "Yo, you guys got this, Jabari. You gonna hit a three." When Jabari Smith knows you are saying he can't hit the side of a mountain. Like you can't tell Sengun like, man, you got this in the last 2 minutes when you were talking trash mid-season about Sengun. Like all these
yeah,
like confidence goes a crazy amount, like a long way for young players in the playoffs.
it does. It
Just
does.
last year, they were playing a healthy Golden State Warriors. I know that they barely made it to the playoffs, but once they got
But
Jimmy Butler by their record, they were like a top three Western Conference team, but they were in the seventh seed. It was Curry, Jimmy, Draymond, and then their role players, and they took that same team to 7 games. Yeah, they got
yes,
knocked out at the last seventh game, but
but
this is
they took him to seven.
exactly, it's a
They
completely
took him to
different,
7 games, and this is virtually the same team just with KD. So
and
it's like, what's the
yeah,
difference? So
Van
and
Vliet's leadership not being there because he's not on the court, which sucks. Dylan Brooks, as much as you hate him, everybody loves him
he
as a
had the
teammate,
leadership.
and not you, but as much as
Yeah,
the players in the NBA, everybody likes him as a teammate, and
Sure.
he gives you confidence in that huddle. It's a stark contrast right now because on the other side of this, Mr. LeBum right here, the Lakers should have got swept talent wise.
Yeah.
Marcus
Yeah.
Smart dropping 23 a game, Luke Kennard dropping 23 a game. Like something got into those guys
yeah.
because these are role players.
You're not gonna tell me that this Lakers team is more talented than this Rockets team.
No
Like
way.
and again, this is not to crap on KD at all, but I think it further cements that if KD is your one, you might not be able to go for. You need a dominant personality. Because again, how KD's game is, he doesn't need the ball. He doesn't necessarily have the personality to demand the ball, like give me the ball, get the hell out the way. He doesn't have that, but he's also not the guy that's going to be the outspoken guy. That's just not who he is. Like he's more he's chill. You know what I'm saying? He's literally like your stoner friend that can hoop real well. Like that, like that's that. He the guy that smokes weed, but he buckets. And I remember being in high school, and I knew a guy like that. I knew a guy that he could smoke weed and come give you 30. Like you said, like, he was that
Yep.
talented. But I feel like
He was on a higher level. He's on top of
man,
nosebleeds.
Amen. I feel like for a guy like KD needs that alpha, so to speak, that's gonna be like, no, this is how we move. Dylan Brooks brought that type of energy. Fred Van Vliet brought that type of energy. Russ
Mhm.
brought that type of energy, where it's just like, no, never say die. I
Yeah.
think even just again, taking it back, who Russ is. Let's say if KD would have met Russ energy with Russ energy, I
Right.
bet you that team would have lasted a lot because there would have been a mutual respect.
Right.
Because man, he's a dog like I'm a dog. He want it as bad as I want it. You know what I'm saying? And we're willing to kill each other to get it. But you know what I'm saying? Get to the same goal, so to speak. Not saying they weren't willing to do that, but I think it's saying something when your most talented player has that type of energy carried with him. You know what I'm
So
saying?
where's KD gonna be next year?
At this point,
Not Houston.
it's not looking like Houston.
Yeah,
I don't
if
He's
know.
y'all
painting.
if
He's
y'all were
painting.
to put a bet, where would it be? If you had to put money on somewhere.
I think he's leaving all the breadcrumbs that basically say I'm out. Because I mean, Dave McMenamin came on like an hour and a half before the game, essentially saying his teammates didn't have any idea where he was. That's not the sign of
Yeah.
somebody. That's the sign of like you went on vacation and your wife is at home packing up all of her things. And when you get back home, her and the kids and the dog are gone. So I think that's a one-way ticket to probably Minnesota because I'm like, who else at this
Okay.
point would even try to go
Yeah,
that route?
I like. We don't know if that's true or not. That's not a story you want to hear coming out in the playoffs.
What do you
Not
think
for
They
it'll
said
be?
they asked Amen Thompson if KD was playing tonight, and he said, honestly, I don't know.
He said that?
He legitimately said that. So
So
yeah,
you
it's
can't
not
even
just a
turn
report.
to
It's
him
not
in
just it's
practice and be like, you playing. Like, is that kind of relationship?
he was at shoot around this morning in that film session. And basically after that,
Look, I not to say that ankle injuries are anything to laugh about, joke about, or whatever, but we any hooper has been through ankle injuries.
but
If
he's also the guy that came back and I know he's been different since. So it's not a matter of him not being willing to play through stuff because he came back in game two. So to me,
yeah,
it's like if I really wanted to play through this, I could. But I'm telling you,
exactly.
I'm out.
How bad do you want it? Because we all know you could tape an ankle injury up and just essentially put a boot in a shoe, and you could come out there and you ain't gonna be 100%. Take a couple shots of cortisol, whatever you need to do, and you could get out there. That's one of them injuries. You can't come out on a hyperextended knee. You can come
No.
out on an ankle if the swelling's gone down.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's spooky because like I said, I'm not saying that, I'm not saying that KD's a cancer or anything. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm just thinking like at this point, like you keep changing teams, you know what I'm saying? So wh- what is it? Like why can't you, you know what I'm saying? Like are you just trying to leave the situation before it becomes too toxic and too bad? But what's going on?
My early bet is still going to be that he'll be back with Houston next year, and I think Fred Van Vliet is a strong enough lead. I don't think Ma wants to play peacemaker. He like, yo, y'all duke it out, whatever.
Yeah.
You can either get up out of here or come back. Like he's not that personality to be like, let's sit down and namaste and
No,
all that
no,
kind of
fine.
stuff.
He's a joker. He's a joker with the pool stick. He gonna say,
I,
"Hey, here you go."
tryouts. I feel like he don't want. I feel like he don't want to be like, you gonna let him talk to you like that? You better
Yeah,
just slap that nigga in his face.
He's the one sitting there halfway on the court talking, calling every other player on every other team the B word.
Right. Come
all
on,
right.
man.
Yo, from one superstar to another, man, we got to question one other dude, and it's time to start questioning the Joker's greatness. Let me lay out something before you guys,
Speaking of the Joker,
let me
I gave you the perfect segue.
man, let me lay out something real quick. The only reason I bring up his championship season like this is that at the time there were questions when Joker won a championship, and I fought against it. I was like, nah, if you win a championship, you're solidified. You win a ring, and you beat whoever's in front of you. But let's just revisit it real quick. In 2022-23, when the Nuggets won the championship, they were accused of having the easiest route to the championship because first round they played the Wolves, who were struggling at the time after the Gobert trade. They were the eighth seed. They beat the Wolves. The Suns come in. KD just got there. KD booked CP3. I think CP3 was injured. This is after the Clippers series, and they end up beating them in 6 games without CP3. The Lakers, AD and LeBron, fought back from 7th seed. They met them at Western Conference Finals, swept them, got them up out of here. Jokic was hitting all kind of crazy clutch shots, and then the Miami Heat, who were in the play-in, got the eighth seed. They met them in the championship, and you could just tell by that time the Heat were beat up, tired, and the Nuggets made light work of them. I say all that to say, since then, the title superstar carries a weight with it. You're supposed to be able to carry your team in certain moments. And I haven't seen that from Jokic since that championship run. 7 games last year, lost in the seventh game to the Thunder. Year before that, they were up 20 and got killed by the Wolves the year before that. I can't remember what it was the year before. That was probably the championship year. But have we seen a series where outside of the championship run where Jokic had to carry the team on his back and he willed them through?
I mean, even the year before they won the ring, Jamal Murray was out, and Jokic won the MVP that year, and
It
they
was two
flamed
years.
out in the
Yeah,
first round.
it was 2 years back
Um,
to back because MPJ and Jamal Murray got injured the year before that, right?
yeah, yeah.
And then they didn't
Yeah,
want
but I
to
mean,
bring
even, but
they didn't want
I'm
to
just
bring
saying,
back
even in
Murray.
regards to, yeah, even in regards to the fact that like the year before they won the championship, it's still like they were out pretty quick in that series too. So I just think it's just interesting to me. Like I like Jokic. I think he's on his way to being, he's a top probably 15 to 20 player right now. He is going to retire on the edge of that 10 to 12 range, but it's it doesn't bother me that he gets talked about the way that he does. I think it bothers me that he does not get the same criticism as American players whenever he doesn't show up. Because I feel like honestly, Luke
Yeah,
has even gotten some bad criticism. Like Brian Windhorst has gone on and called that man everything but a son of God at times. The year that the Mavericks lost in the championship, the Jokic just never seemed. There's always an excuse for him. It's well, he didn't have a fully healthy team, or the coach got fired 5 games before the playoffs, or whatever it is, and it just feels like you have this team. Most of these guys on this team are guys you won a championship with 3 years ago. And if you're the top player in the world, I mean, it's pretty much been a given that the last 4 years that he's won, and it's a big gap, and then it's two. I think it's less that this year.
yeah.
But if you're going to be that, you got to have the smoke come for you the same way that a LeBron did when he was the best player at the top. The same way that Giannis has gotten criticism. The same way KD,
Hmm.
Steph, like all these guys, that just comes with the title of being the best player. Kobe, that just comes with it. So you either come through in the clutch and come through the criticism, or you deserve the criticism for not getting it done when you need to.
I'd be in the YouTube chats and by the numbers, people start talking crazy that Jokic's better than Shaq. He's better than Hakeem. Like that, and by the numbers, it's hard for me to fight back in them YouTube chats. It's hard for me to fight back in the comments and go after someone and be like, "Nah, you crazy." But this is why I feel like there's some validity to the fact that there's still a gap between, Hakeem, Shaq, those two guys, and then there's a gap, and Jokic is after that gap because when you really need to lean on those guys, Hakeem outplayed Shaq when he was young, and then Shaq outplayed everybody in his prime. If he's in the right mental, Shaq wasn't being stopped. I don't feel that way about Jokic yet.
And he's 31. So when are we going to stop saying yet?
And the league is getting harder and harder with Wemby coming up, with the Thunder still having good contracts and whatnot. Like I think Jokic to me still is closer to David Robinson.
David Robinson was so dominant though, man.
Yeah, I think he's closer to David Robinson than he is to that Hakeem, Shaq,
Yeah,
Tim Duncan.
yeah. I feel like Hakeem. I kind of will put David Robinson in that category a little bit. I feel like just a younger Timmy D came and you know what I'm saying. He just came and changed the world. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Joker, like he's not dominating in the sense of the physical force. Um, but just he dominates so well because he knows the game so well.
Yeah, but
But
go ahead.
no, I just say I think my issue with Joker, like I do think he don't get the criticism, like to be as good as he is. I feel like, and I know you hate him, but I feel like LeBron's been hated since he's gotten to the league.
Yep.
And
Since before.
some since before, and some of it may have
Here,
been
here.
warranted,
Yep.
but there's a ton that has been unwarranted. Because for all the hate he gets, I'm just like, bro, like he's been a teenager and it took his team to finals, what, 19 years in a row. And I feel like sometimes when we actually like, I know people like, well, he didn't win. I said, but just think about it, to be an 18-year-old and take a bunch of grown men to an NBA finals.
He
What
didn't
other
make the
18?
playoffs when he was
Yeah,
18.
you're going a little
Well,
far with that
It was
one.
like
okay.
22 or something,
He
like
was,
So okay,
21.
so
yeah, he
It
so
was,
was
so
yeah.
21 when
so
he did
okay,
the Pistons.
but still, so we still, so even 21. What other 21 are we saying is doing that? Like, and not saying
Yeah,
that he's win, but it's still hard to do against other NBA players.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of the criticism he get, you ain't gotta like his game, you ain't gotta like the antics sometimes, but he gets a lot of the hate. Even when you look at it from a purely basketball standpoint, like, dang, that was a good basketball play. That was a good play. It just didn't work out how we thought it should work out. You know what I'm saying? But I feel
yeah,
like Joker doesn't like he definitely doesn't get that because I think people look at Joker like, yeah, he's great, he's dominant, but we know Jamal Murray is a closer.
yeah,
And the ball's gonna go to Jamal Murray in the fourth. And it's like, but if you're the dominant player, shouldn't the ball go to you? Like, shouldn't you be like, yo, give me the rock, get the hell out the way. I'm gonna get a buck. I can at least respect Sengun. I always
Sengun.
pronounce Sengun.
Sengun.
Sengun. I
He out there
butchered
putting
that.
up concert date numbers right now, but yeah, I
Brother.
respect it.
Yeah.
He but you know, like even when they lost last game, I was watching the game, I was just like, yo, that's a terrible shot. But I respect him just trying to will his team to win. I
Yeah,
respect him just taking it.
No,
Because
that's
I'm just like
facts.
he could have been like, yo, get the ball on my hands, Pat. He was like, forget it. If we gonna win, I'm gonna try to get us. I'm gonna try to make it happen. And
Yeah,
some of it, he it worked and some of it didn't. And I feel like Joker probably don't get the criticism he rightfully deserves a lot of times.
Yeah, I mean, I got to agree. I think part of it, I think, is because, I mean, as far as I know, he's not on social media. When he wins a championship, he goes right back to Serbia and spends the whole summer there and shows up
hmm
basically for media day is the next time we hear from him. So I think part of it is he lives a pretty low, keeps a pretty low profile. He gives us glimpses of his personality, but it's like even when Jaden McDaniels does a layup at the end of the game and Jokic runs up on him like he's
yeah,
about to like Royal Rumble and it's just
yeah.
like
That's
one
what I
dude
thought.
running into the ring after the other. He doesn't get criticism about it because it's like if another player did that, say Giannis did that, say I mean Giannis, I kind of laugh about it now, but we remember when he was running after Tyrese Halliburton for that ball.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Forgot about
But
that.
if another superstar did that, I can't even see SGA doing that. I can't even
Nah.
see like Dylan Brooks is about like as high level of a player as I could think doing that, and that's expected of him. So I
Yeah,
just
because
think the
yeah,
part that bothers me the most is give him all of his flowers when he deserves them because he deserves a lot of them. He's a 3-time MVP, could have been a 4-time MVP, but like let's make sure we keep that same energy when he's down 3-1 against a team that he should be beating, and they're getting 43 points dropped on him by a guy that is still a bench player, regardless of how good he is. He's coming off the bench.
yeah. The
Yeah.
last thing I'll say about it is Jokic is he's a bad defender, and by the numbers aren't going to show it because he's smart, but he's a bad defender, and
He
his
is.
saving grace is that he's so good at offense that he makes up for bad defense. Right now,
And
he's
he's
not so
6'11",
good
and
at
he has a guy
yeah.
that
He's not so good at offense in this series right now. So that's the
yeah
issue. That's really the issue. They're not outscoring their opponent.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's funny. It's funny because when Jaden Daniels hit the layup, y'all know how I feel about that stupid unwritten rule. But when Jaden Daniels hit the layup, your Joker goes running down there. It's like, well, if you did that early in the game, my nigga, you would be in this position.
Make sure
Like
you watch
where's
Mike Conley's interview about it. It's hilarious.
where's that energy? But and again, I think it always goes back. It's like, yo, where's that type of fury before you lose? You know what I'm saying? Like if you play with that type of aggression, you wouldn't be in a spot where I'm mad that you scoring the bucket when you know you about to win. Again, if I play better, we don't have this conversation. So you can't get mad at
I
him for taking advantage of it.
I was definitely expecting. I can't remember which twin it was,
And then,
Marcus
and then, he,
Morris or
ran,
Mark,
he ran up there and didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, bro.
but
You did all that
I
running not
can't
to do
remember.
nothing.
I can't remember which twin it was, but it just made me immediately think, like, man,
hmm
Jokic's brothers may run down out of the stands if too much goes down. And
Yeah.
none of us want to see that because
Always got to have an eye on him.
As big as Jokic is, he's the little brother
He's the
in that
smallest out of the
family.
group.
Hey,
He may be the tallest, but he's the little brother in that family.
He weighs the
but,
least.
but hey, look. They scare you until they not. They scare you until they not. So they can run down there and then somebody sleep them. Then people were like, oh. So,
I
so,
don't
so
know, man.
that's
He's from a part of the country. He's from a part of the world where like
He's so
hey,
defensive.
war
hey,
is
hey,
like a Friday morning newspaper to them.
Mike, where do they play? Where do they play the NBA? Where do they play those games? In
Again, I
America.
repeat, do you
Where
know
do
where
they
he's
play
from
the
though?
nigga? You ain't
Do
at
you know the do
home.
you know
You
I'm
ain't
just
at
asking you a
home.
question.
Let me
Do
tell
you
you,
know the history? Do you know
let me
the
tell you
history of
something.
Yugoslavia
Let me
and
tell you,
the country that
Mike,
they grew up
Mike,
in?
Mike, that means nothing. Everybody can get their clothes folded with them in them. That
Yeah,
means
see,
Okay.
nothing. That
I
means
don't even want to
nothing.
talk about this. If his brothers happen to run across his podcast, we in
I'm
trouble.
just,
So
I'm
I'm
just,
not
he's
saying
the,
nothing.
Hey,
he's the, I,
I'm giving his brothers the flowers. I don't want no smoke.
because,
You can say what you want
I,
to because you
We're
don't
gonna
know
put
your
him up to
history,
Indiana real
but
quick.
you're just gonna try to end the argument because you don't know your history and you just
no, no,
gonna
no,
shut
I'm
it
not.
down.
No. There's no arguing. I'm just saying. You guys are pretty much saying, hey, the history of Yugoslavia, that they know war. Da, da. Yeah,
The
nigga
brother
can
looks
still,
like Eddie Hall,
niggas.
who was at one point the strongest man
Here,
in the world. So if you know, you
here,
know.
Here's the thing though. Here's the thing though. That it's almost the same argument as someone's like, well, I came from nothing and I had to fight. So what? There's always somebody bigger and badder and willing to be on the same type of time that you want. If
I
it's
just don't.
different, it's
If
I
it's
don't.
different.
somebody if
I
there is
don't.
It's
somebody if there is
different.
somebody sitting at the sidelines of an NBA game that is bigger than those two jokers, they need to be either on the floor playing the game or they need to
It's
get paid on Sundays.
I
it's
don't know if there's
different.
someone bigger in that stadium per se.
Let me tell you something. It's different.
Maybe
It's
in an
different.
NFL stadium.
Let me tell you something. It's different if you say, yo, we in Yugoslavia play or Serbia playing these games. I'm like, yeah, y'all better be cool. Cause they're in their homeland with their countrymen surrounding
When
them.
we leave Yugoslavia, I'll be talking again.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's different. I'm gonna stall you out because I'm in a place that I'm not from. So you may have access to things that I ain't got access to. But again, that means nothing. Everybody's scary until they not. That's how I
Okay.
see it. Everybody's scary until they
Okay.
not.
Okay. We're gonna agree to
So
disagree on this one, but we're gonna go ahead and keep this one
I'm
moving
just
into our
saying.
next we can
That's just
agree to
being
disagree.
real. That's just
We can
being
agree to
real.
disagree.
Y'all scared
Let's
of
go
these
ahead and
Serbians for
let's
no
go ahead and
reason.
let's go ahead and move this one into the next topic. So as we watch this game tonight, as I watch all these games this weekend, as I watch all these games this past week, all I can think of is, man, like I got to keep an Excel spreadsheet of where to keep up with all, like where I can turn to all these games because it's making me feel old. Call me crazy, but I don't like the fact that all these different streaming services are winning the war for media. And I'm not just talking about NBA. I mean, you look at NFL, they got Netflix, they got Amazon, they got NBC, they got ABC, they got a USB, they got a PhD. You look at baseball, they're on Apple TV, same with MLS. Like it's just becoming we everybody was cutting their cords on the cable because they felt like they were paying too much, but now we're all paying more than we were paying before.
Yo,
And
for
we
real.
gotta X out of one app to get into the other app. And if I try to go to NBA app to watch a game, it's now taking me to Peacock or it's now taking me to Amazon to watch a game. And all I want to do, if I'm at a hotel on a Wednesday night, all I want to do is turn that bad boy on,
And it's
go
there.
to channel 5 and watch a game. But then
Right.
I gotta watch it on my iPad because the TV that I'm on at the hotel doesn't have Amazon Prime or doesn't
Right.
have Peacock. So it's like sometimes it's like, what are we doing? I get it, like the money's there in all these
I'm
different
funny.
streaming services, but it's just like, man, like the fan has been taken out of it and the corporation has been put at the center of it.
Bro, you
Call
are
me
Look,
not
crazy.
telling one lie. This is my
hey,
routine. This is my routine. I get home about 5:30, shower, hop on the couch, try to catch the 6 o'clock game. First thing I do, Amazon. Click Amazon. If it's not on there, cool. I switch and then I go to ESPN. If it's not on there, then I have one or two choices. I either close my eyes and lay down on the couch and I might call it a night. Or now I gotta hop on and hope the other person who's Peacock that I'm not who's Peacock subscription that I'm taking is not on also because we just stealing that one right there and hope that they're not on and that's the next thing I go to. If it's not there, I'm done. NBC, ABC, I don't even know how to get there on my TV no more. It's a wrap, babe. Let's throw on a movie. I'm gonna take a nap.
here's the thing, man. Like, as long as there's money to be made, it is what it is. Like, I mean, I'm with you. I don't like it. I feel like, man, like, go back to just like I remember when, the games were just on ABC. You know what I'm saying? ABC and just NBC, just local TV. Like, just go back to that. Like, honestly, I know, I think that's probably why a lot of the viewership is down. I'm not trying to go to like 4 or 5, 20 different apps. Here's the thing, everybody's like, man, I'm cut the cord to cable. I cut the cord to cable. We just been finessed a different way.
Nah,
like,
you're right.
like
Yeah.
instead of the cable cord, they just gave us a backpack full of apps, and we just keep adding to it. Next, you know, it's like, dude, I'm paying $300 in
Yeah.
apps, and I'm like, yo, that's roughly about the same as the cable. So it's like you
They're not
probably
taking
should
they're
just
not
cut the
taking your money
cable.
up. They're not taking your wallet out your back pocket anymore. They're at your house robbing your piggy bank.
Yeah.
Bruh, oh my gosh. So I just feel like, man, at this point, dude, like that's why I got my mom's Amazon Prime, her Netflix. I think I legit probably pay for maybe three. We can say max maybe four subscriptions.
Which is it's still
And that's still up there.
the fact that
I'm
you're
st
Yeah.
you're on somebody else's streams and then you got to pay 3 or 4 is insane. The
it's
real
crazy.
The
It's
real
crazy.
losers in this is the Cavs and the Raptors. Because I'm not spending more than 2 minutes trying to find their game.
For
If
here's
you're not
the
on the first or second one,
Yep.
it's done.
Yep.
here's the
Yep.
thing. Here's the thing. I'm thinking about all this Christian. Like I pay for YouTube TV. I pay for Disney Plus, and I
All
think I
right,
pay for
Hulu.
Hulu.
Yep, Hulu.
So you
HBO
probably
Max is dope.
you might as well get the bundle at that point.
No,
Yeah,
that's it. And I got the bundle at that point, so that's why I got it. So, but
I
I'm thinking like
loved
Amazon
HBO
Prime,
Max. I had to
Netflix,
cut the cord.
HBO Max. I don't
I had
pay
to
for
keep
that.
it. I had to keep it.
That one
Yeah,
was
yeah,
tough.
yeah. I almost cut it. I'm like, nah. I watch a lot. I watch a bit of that stuff. I gotta keep it.
I love HBO Max, but
But it's like
Look,
you even like my TV, my Spectrum subscription. With that, I get a lot of the apps, but you get the free version. So I'll be watching something, and then I gotta watch a two
and
minute thing of commercials. So it's like, bruh, you're trying to
like,
make
bro,
me. You're trying to make. I shouldn't be. I'm already behind the paywall, but you're
yo,
telling me there's another
yo,
paywall that I
yo,
gotta get.
you, you know, they remind me of. It remind me of what that movie I think was Wait to Excel. We say you
Yeah.
raggedy B. That's how I feel like you raggedy. That's like I feel like that, bro. Because I be like I was watching something. I think it was Hulu, and I'm sitting there. They get to a good part, and I'm watching, and there's like 2 minutes. I'm just like, my God, I'm not buying nothing. I just want to see how it ends. I got stuff to do. Like, let's wrap this
Because I
up,
mean,
bro.
we can sit here and talk about the 65 game rule, and again, I'm not a huge fan of it, but I do get why if the NBA has 25, 50, 11 companies paying
Yeah.
for rights to play games, I
Oh
get
yeah.
why if I'm watching the Hornets play, I'm trying to see KK Trey, LaMelo, Brandon Miller. If they're
Right.
not on, I'm flipping to the next game, or
Done.
I'm turning on NFL if it's NFL season. So
Facts.
I can that's the true reason behind the 65 game rule. It's not really even about trying to get guys on the floor more than they need to.
No.
So I thank y'all for being my therapy session here for a second, because really I just need to complain about it, because I went to New York this past week, and the first night I was out walking, going to stores, doing my thing. The second night I was like, man, I just want to watch a game. And I had to sit in my bed and open up the iPad just to turn the game on, because I'm like, this TV don't have Prime on it, so
Yo,
yes, I gotta
because
watch my iPad.
he said, I just want to watch a game. That's all I
Like,
want to
come
do.
on, like the dude. It's like, man, I just want a beer. I was like, I
I
just want
just
to watch the game. Like,
I
ain't
just want to watch
nothing crazy. Like let me just watch the game in peace.
a game.
But I can't, because y'all got me over here doing calculus trying to figure out what channel the game is on.
Yeah, it's too much, man. It's too much. Like I said, by the time you look up, you're like, bro, I'm like 10 subscriptions deep. I'm like, man, you should just kept the cable at that point. Or
Yeah,
better yet, just do and his thing, even if you try to get slick with it, like forget it. I'm gonna do Hulu Live and just get all the add-ons. They be like,
Hmm.
but you can't add on certain things. You can't add on Prime, you
yeah,
can't
yeah,
add on
Hmm.
Netflix. I'm like,
yeah.
you raggedy beast.
They said, sorry, this subscription doesn't include NBA games.
Right?
You're like, oh,
That's how Spectrum got
So
me. Mm.
yeah.
your mother's a lot lizard.
Say you flying Spirit, but you need to be flying Spirit Plus.
Oh, you raggedy pieces of crap, boy.
Well, let's go ahead and keep this thing moving. So I'm
Bet.
making stay home this week. Much debated, highly hated by this man that's probably gonna get his turn to cook first. Because yeah, I don't hate this, but the
I
WNBA
don't have it
salaries,
all.
my man Marcus wants to cook, so I'm gonna let him cook, and then me and Darius are just gonna chime in with why he's wrong.
Yeah,
So go
yeah.
ahead.
Well,
We just gonna disagree with him. So go ahead and
So
say what you gonna say.
I'll paint the picture really quick. The WNBA recently
hmm
signed a collective bargaining agreement.
Yeah,
Essentially, the players' cut of the revenue went significantly up. So you're
yeah.
starting to
Five
see
times.
WNBA salaries become more than what they were in the previous deal. So rookies coming in are making more than vets because of how their
It's a it's,
contracts
it's a seven
flow into
million
the.
salary cap now. I think.
Compared to 1.5, right? Think
Yep.
so.
Yeah, yeah.
So the minimum salaries used to be 66,000. The maximum or the minimum now is like 270,000. So
300.
so they went from teachers to doctors' salaries. And the reason I'm particularly angry about this is because the NBA still subsidizes the WNBA. We just had a conversation about all these broadcast deals. When I turn on Prime, you know where my money's going to? It's going to, let me pick
It's
my
going
words
to
back.
probably it's probably helping subsidize the next Amazon Prime show.
No, no, it's going to save these WNBA players who we not
I
gonna
thought
watch anyway. Look,
I
Caitlin
thought you were about
Clark.
to call him some nappy headed,
I
some
was,
nappy, pull a Don
He,
Imus.
he,
you
he
see,
was
I
about
paused
to.
before.
He,
You
he
see,
like these. He was about to say these nappy headed hoes. That's what he was about to say. That's what he was about to say.
we go
I heard
look,
it.
and these dudes
See,
talking big.
Vivian Stringer is highly
These
upset
dudes
with you right
talking
now.
big. How many games did you guys watch last year? Not 2 years ago when Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese got in initially. Last year, how many WNBA games did you watch?
I'll be 100% out of 37 games. I probably watched like 10.
Yeah, but
Mike,
I watched the same amount before Caitlin Clark as I did with
Really?
Caitlin. I don't I when I watch
okay,
No,
WNBA, yeah,
yeah.
she's a part of the reason I watch, but she's not why
Yeah.
she's
I feel like for me, it wasn't even that I didn't want to watch. I think it was either the times I'm like, oh, I want to watch this game. I mean, I just couldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like the times I want to watch, I'm like, dang, I just couldn't. So it's pretty much like, let me catch what I can.
and part of
timing.
it too is
Okay,
like real
Yeah,
quick, part
time
of
is a
it
little
too is like
scary.
by the time the NFL season's over and then they got what is it, the USFL or UFL, whatever it's called now.
yeah,
I'm like, I just got done watching football for 6 straight months. Like, let me just take a break and watch the next sport. That's kind of how it is for me with NBA to WNBA. It's not that I don't like it or don't want to watch it, but I'm like, I just got done for 2 straight months staying up until 1 a.m. And now the TNT is no longer on. I don't see Charmed in the morning if I turn the TV on. But like, I just got done watching NBA until 1 a.m. for every night for 2 months. Let me get a break from basketball for a little bit.
right. Look,
Yeah.
I saw Aja Wilson, 3 year max. I clapped 1.4 million. I know who that is. Aaliyah Boston, 6.3 million over 4 years. Kind of know who that is. Kelsey Mitchell.
She, she nice.
Who? Kelsey Mitchell.
Kelsey
Never
Mitchell's
heard
an
of her.
all-star.
Kelsey Mitchell nice though. Nafisa Kala nice though.
They're
So
benefiting
so so
from.
they're like the players that are getting paid.
Uh-huh.
They're nice. They're not trash
Okay.
players. So they're
Well,
like some of the
So so
best players.
show me the
So Marcus,
profit.
do you think Cam Johnson doesn't deserve to be paid because the average dude doesn't watch the NBA and doesn't know who he is? That's equivalent to what you're saying.
That's
I
pretty much what
I
you're saying.
turned the Nuggets on to watch the Nuggets, and Cam Johnson is part of the Nuggets. I need to see the profits this coming year. Show
Here's the
me the
thing.
profits.
Here's the thing.
They're making a percentage of basketball revenue. It's not like they're going into a greater loss because the players are
Yeah.
making more. They're taking revenue that's
They
there.
should be making negative then. If it's based off revenue and the
But
percentage is
it's the
here,
same with the NBA. Like Mark Cuban came on a podcast. It was a road trip and Richard Jefferson and Channing Frye and said, if you are operating a team that is winning, you are taking a loss every single year. And
okay.
you making the money is not about making the money that year. It's about whether I disagree with how Mark Cuban did it, your profit is coming when you sell the team. It's not year to year.
Hmm.
You're trying to be maybe as close in the gap of
Yeah.
loss as you can, but it's
Mhm.
not about making money year after year.
Yeah.
I am gonna go to a Dallas Wings game this year just because if I get there and the stadium's empty, I'm gonna go to a popular one too. I'm gonna wait till they go against the Vegas. What's their name again? The Raiders or something?
Las
They're
Vegas
going
Aces.
and they will move that game to American Airlines Center the same way they did when they
What's it?
were
The
playing the
Vegas
field
who?
last year.
Las Vegas Aces.
Aces. My homeboy Ron goes to a bunch of the games. I'm gonna make him take me to one of the top games of the wing. If I look around and that freaking stadium is even half empty, bro, I'm lighting it on fire. Everything burns. Everything burns.
You know you sound like B here when he said you go to a game.
What?
He said doing a WNBA game. He said my family sitting across the court. He said we just talking like this. Hey, come with you. Yo, he's so good. I said, yo, this nigga petty. He petty. I said, yo, that's a wild thing. He said, bro, he said, we gonna be dead and gone before they make.
I'm gonna change my tune. I'm gonna
Crying.
turn to an optimist,
I
bro.
was crying, bro. I mean, so here's the, I'm actually going. So it's funny because Salesforce is one of the sponsors for the Indiana Fever.
Oh,
So
word.
yeah, so Hey,
But
Tom,
you talk like there's 1,000 things to do in Indiana.
true, it ain't, but
Might as well go to a game.
regardless, sometimes we'll play on we'll hoop. I would typically hoop on the practice floor like maybe a couple times. So anyway, one of the guys in the
He just
church,
tried to drive. He just tried to sprinkle that in there real quick.
yeah, I just know people. But
He
anyway,
just be there.
one of the guys works for the Pacers, so he was just saying for his bachelorette part, not bachelorette, for the bachelor
Right.
party, we go hoop on the main floor. He said, man, we gonna go to a Fever game that night. And I was thinking, I was like, man, I won this Caitlin Clark jersey from work. Man, this might be the first time I wear
That thing,
it.
that thing gonna be hugging you.
No, it's like a 2X.
I'm surprised they make him that big.
I'm like, yo, I got this Caitlin Clark jersey.
This man gonna be trying to clap at the game. He gonna be like,
So if I wear this
Like
Caitlin
fit him
Clark,
like a jersey dress.
if I wear this Caitlin Clark jersey and she don't play, I
ugh.
swear, I'm gonna
You
stand
gonna be
up.
pulling your jersey down as you sit down, making
For
sure it's
real.
covering everything.
Hey, I'm gonna stand up and I'm looking. Hey, Kayla, you need to check in. I'm not gonna yell because for what B said, I ain't got to.
Bro,
Hey, Kayla, I need you to get in, yo.
the fact
Hey,
that at whatever distance you sit, she gonna be able to hear you says a lot.
Yo,
hey.
yo.
The crazy part is the funniest part is you know how they talk about NBA players flying girls into different cities.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna be like the fact that these women are making that money. The NBA players might have to fight over those same girls. If the WNBA players gonna be flying in the same
Oh,
girls.
that's why. Nah, see, because at that point, if I'm an NBA player, I'm gonna show you my bag different. Now I gotta prove something to you. I'm gonna show you my bag
Hey,
different. So
hey,
here's the
hey.
so this is like
The summers
yo,
gets a little lonely
yo, yo, yo,
for
yo,
those
yo,
girls.
yo, this is a different question though. It's a different question. Tago. So say y'all ain't married, you don't love the Lord.
Okay.
NBA player, a WNBA player was checking for you. She said she gonna fly you out. You flying out? Because you gotta come up off of when you fly out too.
Bro.
You know what you gotta come up off.
I'm gonna be doing what
Yo,
they
no,
do
before
to
you fly.
do to Drake, be poking holes in the protection, not for the money. I'm trying to get a ball player. I'm trying to get a D1. Remember, we said the Lord's out of this. My, my whole intentions are a whole different thing. Forget the child
I
support.
am
Just give me the child.
I'm
Trying
not
to
putting
trap
anything
one
on.
of them.
I'm not putting anything on wax. I love my wife.
Yo, hey, no, Mike, you get
Smart
flown
man.
out,
Smart
Mike?
man.
Mike, you get flown out. See, here's the
Hey,
thing. Here's the thing.
hey.
I know Mark is a whore, so I know he was gonna get flown out. I know he's a whore.
I'm in it for the
you,
six-foot kids.
I don't care if bags fly free. I can buy my own ticket.
you,
Oh
you,
man.
you filthy whore.
I'm 5'8", 5'9". We need to change my gene pool, bro.
Hey, Mike, he gonna see the ball players, you gonna smack him on the butt. He gonna come to your city, man. Yes, dear.
No. He ain't gonna reach down. He gonna jump up.
Yo, he gonna be, hey man, you going to the game? Yeah, man, I'm talking to this little thing there, man. Oh, you talking
They
about the six?
advertising.
Hey,
They
like Mike,
advertising for the.
Mike, he
They
gonna be like,
advertising for that new show. They advertising for that new show on NBC called The Miniature Wife. Marcus gonna be the miniature husband.
Hey, Mike, he was like, man, I'm talking to the little shorty, man. She played for such and such. Oh, you talking about the 6'6" John over there?
Yeah, that's
You talking like the life?
Here's what she gonna do. She gonna pick him up, and she gonna hold him right here, just like this, just like this.
Hey, you talking about shorty just gave him 20? Bro, oh, she palming you. Okay, that's crazy. Mark is definitely getting flown out. He's a whore.
She gonna pick him up. His little leg is gonna be swinging like this.
Yeah, he gonna get flown out.
hypothetical. I'm a married man. I'm a married man.
Hey,
Oh no!
you already said you about to trap it. You poking holes. You already about to trap it. So
Hypothetical.
hypothetical. What? Oh yeah. Oh man, that's funny. That was funny.
Well,
Hey
before
man,
we
come on, man. Who put y'all on notice, man? Let's move
Yeah,
this
man.
along.
before we get canceled, I'm gonna go ahead and say my put you on notice, and it's I don't know if they're gonna get the sweep, but the brooms might get put away for one extra game, but the gentleman's sweep I feel like at least is in play.
Yeah, it's
So my
looking
who
like
put you
it.
on notice is gonna be Mr. LeBron James. And it's
I
not
stay.
because we didn't know this man was great, but the fact that he's 41 years old, doing what he's doing in the playoffs and
You
carrying
gotta
this team
respect
that
him, bro.
really they shouldn't even be in this series without Luka and Austin Reeves. And I know the Rockets are missing KD, but the Rockets, I'm looking at them right now, they got a bunch of talent on the floor, and the Lakers should not be winning this series 3-0. So LeBron James, shout out. He's going
LeBron
back.
James.
He's turning back the clock a tiny bit this year in this series.
Yeah. I'm gonna go man. I'm excited to talk about this guy, man. Chi-Town kid,
Yes,
South
sir.
Sider, went to Morgan Park,
Yes,
you know what I'm
sir.
saying? Went to Illinois, went to the Bulls
Mm, talk about it.
before those piece of crap executives got rid of him. Man, they burned. I just like, they changed it. The way he hooping now. I'm so happy for him, and it further cements my disdain for Arturo and Mark. Uh, and I hope they never get another NBA executive job ever again.
Facts.
But Io DeSumo, I feel like he struck me as a guy like coming in. You could kind of tell he was like a little bit raw offensively, but you knew that he had a motor. You knew he could guard, and you just knew like, yo, at some point once he figures it out, he's gonna be a problem. And you saw him figuring it out the last couple of seasons. You saw him getting better each and every year. And my boy put up a 43-point game, man. Brother, I'm like, that's what I'm talking about, bro. Like, so he might put you on notice. I feel like he's and I mean y'all heard me talk about Buddy before, who I still got hope for. He's becoming the co-star that I thought Terrence Shannon Jr. would be.
Fair. Yep.
And I
Yep.
feel like I feel like that's what Ant needs. Ant needs another guy who can be that offense. Hard nosed, who can guard, who can get, score, who could be another scoring option for Ant. And I think the Wolves are just I feel like they're like one more piece away from being a problem. I honestly I feel like, even just, the fact that Ant went down, and then Dante went
Dante.
down. They're
Yeah.
probably done. This they could probably just this season will be a wash. But I like what I saw at the IL man. So I'm really excited for him, man. So he might put you on notice.
I'll second that, man. Last few weeks of the season when Ant got injured, I picked up Io on my fantasy. He got me that
Mm-hmm.
dub, baby. Won that
Bruh,
championship. So
bruh.
I'm gonna give flowers to the other dude on the Wolves, Rudy Gobert. They throw a lot of smut on your name, Rudy. I can't even say your stats, Rudy, because you don't be scoring nothing. So we got to go with who you guarding straight up. Jokic stats. After game one, Jokic went 8 for 20 on field goals, 7 for 26, and 8 for 22. Jokic is all about that 60% field goal percentage. They allowing Rudy Gobert to guard Jokic one on one right now. He's absolutely putting the locks on him. So shout out to Rudy Gobert.
Man,
I can't even hate on you. I mean, Rudy, he's doing it, but
man.
I will forever remember watching the Mavs in 24 and Luka hitting that step back and yelling the hardest MFer I think I've ever heard MFer.
That's
And
why in this
that's just
You know,
that's seared in my
eh,
brain.
he said it. It almost like Lucas. I ain't know no better, man. It almost had the
Yeah,
vitriol. It had the vitriol of the N
yeah,
word.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah,
we were all thinking it.
yeah,
like
yeah,
Jesus.
yeah,
And you know what I'm
Hey,
saying? Like
yeah,
I know it didn't, but it
yeah,
had the vitriol. Like
yeah.
look at like if you would have said the A, we would have been mad. But like man, it's the A. It's the A.
right.
But it almost had the vitriol of the ER for a second.
Oh
Yeah, it
man.
definitely it definitely did because it was definitely I mean Lucas seems like he's been indoctrinated into not just American culture but NBA culture, if you know what I
NBA.
mean.
Yeah.
But it felt like he went back to Slovenia with that
when
MF
he, when he was
because
looking at him,
he was the way he looked at him
I
was
was
how
like,
Thomas
it felt like he
Jefferson
was
was how Thomas Jefferson was looking at Kunta Kinte.
nah for real.
Yo, yo, I just thought it was fun. I feel like Rudy's like that. He's like that guy that is like he seems like he's a guy like he's fun to hate. Like
Yeah, yeah,
he just feels like the weird kid. We're just like, yo, this dude just a weird kid. But he grew to
yeah,
be 7'2", so he's
Yeah.
still trying to be cool. And it's like, man, I still remember when you was man, you just tall, man. You still you,
yeah.
bro.
He's that dude. They be on the team playing Boo-Ray or whatever game. and they just like, shut up, Rudy.
Yeah,
Like just
yeah,
kind of, shut up, Rudy.
yeah.
Ain't nobody
Yo,
talking to you, Otis.
Oh,
ain't nobody come to see you, Rudy.
yeah.
Yo, they were cool, man.
Well, let's go ahead and move into this draft. So this week we got the least reliable player left in the draft,
Mm.
so or in the playoffs. So last week we did the player that needs a ring the most. This week it's not the same, but it could be a similar list to last week with the least reliable player left in this draft. So the draft order this week, we're gonna see how quickly Darius can do his research because he's got the
Mm.
first pick, I got the second pick, and then Marcus, you got the third pick, and we're gonna snake it from there as we always do.
Well, you said least reliable.
Lord.
No, here's the I was like writing guys down, and I'm looking at some of these stats. I'm just like, Jesus, like this
We'll
sucks,
we'll
but like y'all, bro.
we'll put it up on the draft clock since we just had the NFL draft.
All
Yeah.
right,
We'll give you
least. All right, my first pick is gonna be JD, man, Jalen Duran.
Yeah.
Least
wow.
reliable. He's the
No,
least
bro, he's
reliable
on
right now.
wasn't my first, but
I mean
he
he
at the
was on my
top.
board. He was on my board.
He was in the top two of my list.
Yeah, he's
Hey,
like
he was on my board. I will give you that.
yo,
He was up
it's
there.
like he's having a play. I'm like, yo, I did not think that he would have this little of an effect in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I think that's why it's so
I wouldn't
surprising.
doubt.
I'm like, yo, I did not see this coming at all. So
I felt
I'm gonna go JD.
I felt like I was going to have to justify that to y'all to the point where I literally wrote down his plus minus for his playoff career. Minus 20, minus 8, plus 3, minus 17, plus 17, minus 3, minus 21, plus 21, 0.
Yeah,
I did
That's
not know it was
literally
that
every
bad.
single game. It
I
is
did
yeah,
not know it
bad.
was that bad.
He's
yeah.
got some high pluses, but he's got a negative 20, a negative 17, and a negative 21. And that's
It's
not
it.
even to take into fact how bad his stats themselves have been.
Sorry, JD. We
Yeah,
love you on this podcast, but
we do,
We
man.
do.
But
We
it's
do.
just
But yeah.
this playoffs. He's having a rough go, bro.
mhm.
Yeah. So he was not at the top of my board, but he was near the top because the first one for me is and will continue to be James Harden.
Should be number one every year. All right.
That's why I said wow, because I thought that one was clear cut.
Yeah.
But and
Yeah.
you would think, I mean, he's in Cleveland now. He's got less adult establishments to go to. Like he would be picking it up, but he still ain't figured it out.
Yeah. I didn't think.
Some dudes just don't deserve freedom.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's showing the Raptors are tied at 2-2, so he
Yeah,
deserves it. All right. The third pick over here is gonna be low key DeAndre Ayton.
Whew, I had him on
hey,
my
that
list
was
too.
he was my next
Yeah.
pick. He was my next pick. I swear.
Despite the Lakers being up 3-0 right now, his last game, he played 33 minutes and this man got a total of 6 rebounds. This man said
Wow.
he was going to commit to the Clint Capella role. He absolutely has not. And his ego is too big to really accept. You know, at some point they're going to start benching him in the playoffs. And if, once they get past this round, so that's that pick. And then I'm gonna go just because we don't know if he's gonna play or not. He played today. Give me Joel Embiid. Will he play
Dang.
next
I
game
thought
or
that was gonna be
not?
on my list.
Yeah.
We have no idea. He's played one out of the last 3 games. So that's my next pick right there.
Yeah,
Good picks.
I feel like I'm getting
It don't matter. It
traded.
don't matter who you that ain't your pick.
Yeah, hey, just shut up. Just shut up.
He building up for that honorable mention. That's what he doing.
I'm not. I'm not. I got my guys. We good.
Hey, but DeAndre Ayton's braids so tight they killing his brain cells because he definitely is delusional.
He's not getting no smoke because the Lakers are winning, but he ain't changed
Bruh,
one bit.
Let
not
the
at
round
all.
change. Let the round change. If
I
it's
you know
Luka,
it's funny because I heard something today. I think it was I don't know how old it was, but it was Perk. He was like, "You are not DeAndre Ayton, number one pick."
Yeah,
And
far from it.
I was like, "Yo, he not lying, bro. He not lying at all."
uh, I'm gonna go with Kitty Cat.
Oh shoot,
Hey,
forgot about him. He wasn't on my list. Gosh dang,
Yeah, I'm going
big
with him.
cat.
And after all that, he gets picked.
don't you got
Yeah.
another one?
Nope.
No, I'm in the middle, so I get one.
Oh yeah, I got
You
two.
get two.
Okay, my next one is gonna go Mr. Mikael Bridges.
That's a good
Yeah.
one.
I'm gonna go Mikael Bridges, and then we just gonna go somewhere. We're gonna go here. We're gonna go to Atlanta for a bit.
Okay.
Mr. Double D himself, Dyson Daniels.
Oh, dang.
Fair.
More likely to airball than hit a three.
Yo,
I'm going with somebody who gave himself the name of Playoff P, but he was anything but.
Dang.
He's been Pandemic P. He been Podcast P and had to cut off the podcast because he was so bad. I'm going Mr. Paul, suspended 25 games, George.
He thought he was gonna slide out of this one. He thought he was low key right now. Nope. Mike not gonna let that slide. Oh
man,
man.
I'm about to look at like how he played today. What was his stats?
Mm.
Because I did see with
I,
JB like JB. It's funny because JB like burnt one like hit a step back three in his face, and Paul, PG was right there. He just missed it, and they showed it in slow mo, and I was just looking at Paul George like, man, he was like, dang, it used to be me to doing that to people. Like I just kind of felt like maybe that's what he felt like. Dang, I'm on the other end of this right now.
Yeah.
all right, Marcus,
Ah,
you got
shoot.
two.
All right, got to. I didn't know which of the Cavs duo I was gonna pick from this. There's
Man,
so many people
I
on the
thought,
Cavs you could choose.
Dang, please don't pick who
Really,
please don't pick who I think you're gonna pick.
I'm only gonna pick one of them because they thought this man was gonna be Tim Duncan one day. So Evan Mobley,
man,
it's you.
that was my next pick. I
Okay.
knew you was gonna get him. You weren't gonna let him slide.
I had to choose between one of y'all and one of the two on that team. And it's you, Evan Mobley. And I start with praise and end with hate. Rudy Gobert, you cannot escape this list, bro.
He had to be on there somewhere because that
At
was my
some
next. That was gonna
at
be
some
my
point,
other
you
dude.
will be the scapegoat at some point.
Yeah. Uh, I'm gonna go with a dude that's not a star, but he was expected to be at least one of their top players. And I'm gonna give you some of his plus minuses throughout his career.
Hmm.
Minus 19, minus 19, minus
Ooh,
25, minus 20, minus 26, minus 13, minus
who the heck
19,
is this?
minus 10, minus 18, and that is Nikola Vukovic.
Oh, Vucevic. Oh, we did send him over
He
there.
he is
Dang,
he
I
is
forgot
he
I
is
forgot all
on
about him.
he's managed to slide kind of into the Kristaps Porzingis role in that I can maybe show up every now and then on the Boston Celtics and do something, and you praise me because you forget that I'm supposed to be a dude
That's
on
facts.
another team. And this man got relegated by another big man on that team. But I feel like you can go back to Chicago, you can go back to Orlando. This man has consistently throughout his career not shown up in the playoffs. So
Wow.
Nikola Vukovic is mine.
Dang.
Vucevic,
Yeah. You
not
must
Vukovic.
Vucevic,
yeah,
Vucevic. I know you.
them syllables beat you down that today. That's okay, man. It got all of us today, bro. It got all
Yeah,
of us.
yeah.
All right, my last pick. My last pick. All because we were kind of talking about him replacing somebody else and not having quite the same effect. And this other guy that he replaced is tearing the Big Apple up right now. We're gonna go ahead and give it to Cam Johnson.
Oh shoot. Yeah, that's fair.
We're gonna give it to Cam Johnson.
He's tearing the
Ste-
Big Apple up.
Michael Porter Jr. He was Michael Porter
Oh,
Jr.
got
replacement.
you. Okay,
Michael
okay,
Porter Jr. tearing the Big Apple up, man.
okay.
nah,
So
that's
I'm gonna go
fair.
Cam Johnson, man.
That's fair.
Justified.
That's fair. It's a good draft when I'm not saying it like my list is the be all end all, but like I feel
Yeah.
like we were all kind of on the same wavelength that a lot of these dudes we picked
Yeah.
were of the same vein.
I wanted to pick Paulo, but he actually is a playoff riser, so that was tough.
He's done
I
well.
really
He's
wanted to pick.
stepped up in the
He's done
playoffs.
well. He's had a really good playoff
Like I was itching just to throw him in this list after
And even
Evan
the year they
Mobley.
lost to the Cavs, like
He yeah
he was
he was
putting
putting
up
up
games.
numbers. Yeah, like he's the fact that he's taking the freaking Pistons. I thought, man, once they got K back, Pistons gonna be riding. Paulo got something to say about it, bro. He
Yeah.
got definitely got something to say about it.
Darius, kick us off. Go ahead and say your list for us.
Bet I got Jalen Duran, Kel Bridges, Dyson Daniels, and Cam Johnson.
I got James Harden, Karl Anthony Towns, Paul George, and Nikola Vucevic.
I got DeAndre Ayton, Joel Embiid, Evan Mobley, and Rudy Gobert.
It's a fun draft. We put it together last minute, but it ended up being a good one. So,
Yeah,
as
for sure.
always, please like, please rate, Please subscribe. Let us know how we doing. And as always, fellas,
Subscribe. Come on, yeah. That's how we could be better, yo.
load on.